Yo, what's going on, fellas? Gridiron Domination. I'm your coach, Chris Barnard. Hey, so I wanted to make a real video, a quick little snippet real quick. I've been getting some questions about people asking me a lot about training. And this is a recurring question that I feel that I needed to address to a lot of you football players. A lot of you guys ask me, you tell me about your training program, and then, I ask you, well, what are you doing on the field to become a better football player? And a lot of you say football practice. My rule of thumb, and this is just purely from experience, to become a better football player, actually better at your position, I usually typically say this. I say no matter how many hours you're doing in the weight room, you need to be doing at least, at minimal, double on the field or perfecting your craft, your sport-specific ass drills. So a lot of you like to stay in the weight room and you like to go, I get it. You're in that high school, college age where you want to look big, you want to look swole, and you think that's end-all be-all for the football. And don't get me wrong, it is. Building armor on your body, building your body to be explosive and fast is actually going to give you the edge on the field. Don't get me wrong, that's how I got my edge on the field. But for you to get better at the actual game, you need to consume yourself in the actual game. I equate this to my time, in South Florida when I lived in Miami. I often tell this story to a lot of my guys that I actually train with. I train them here in a weight room, but then I tell them, I put such an emphasis of them going out on the field, running one-on-ones, run the 7-on-7s, run your sport specific, whether it be defense, offense. Even if you play offensive line, you should be running one-on-ones against somebody else or working on technique. Anyway, the story I always tell is one night I'm going out to South Beach with a couple friends and we're all heading out there. And if you're ever familiar with Miami, I stayed by, Coral Gables area. Actually was Westchester, South Miami. So we would have to drive on the highway to get to, 95 and then whatever and get out to South Beach. Well, one of the high schools, if you're going over that, through downtown, you can see, I think you see like Booker T. Washington, you see a couple other football fields along the way. One thing that amazed me is like we're going out there like 10, 11 o'clock at night. They got the lights on. They got grown up, I'm sure they're like father figures, coaches, dads, older brothers, whatever, and they're running straight one-on-ones on a Friday night at 11 o'clock. Point being is these kids are practicing. They're practicing. They're hungry. If you want to be in that type of environment and you want to be that good at football, you need to be producing and practicing, perfecting your craft every single day. Like I said, so for a lot of you weight room, you meatheads in the weight room, as much time as you spend in the weight room, if you want to get better at football, you need to be doing at least double the amount on the field, perfecting your craft. That's my rule of thumb for today. I hope that helps you out. Holla at you next time.